Good afternoon. It's May 20th, and we're here for the second weekly update from the Groton Town Council and the Town Manager. I'm Patrice Granatosky, your Town Mayor, and I have the Town Manager with me today.
Hello, everyone.
Mr. Burt is here with us. And today's a big day as far as the phased reopening of businesses in the state of Connecticut. And Mr. Burt will talk a little bit about that. It's important that we maintain public health while working to reopen the economy. So both of those are important factors. One of the first things we're going to talk about today is property tax relief. And the governor asked the municipalities to select one of two ways to assist taxpayers. And so Mr. Burt will tell you a little bit about that. And at this time, we're going to take a look at some slides so you can see what we're doing. So we're going to talk about tax relief and then something a little bit lighter later, summer camps. Mr. Burt, I'll turn it over to you to talk about tax relief, please.
Sure. The Town of Groton selected two options, the tax deferment program, as well as the low interest rate program. We can go on to the tax deferment program. That's essentially a 90-day grace period for property taxes, personal property taxes, motor vehicle taxes, and public utility bills due between April 1st and July 1st. It's a 90-day extension of those of when they will be due. Now, if you own and reside in your own residential property or own a motor vehicle in terms of the motor vehicle payment, you automatically get the deferral. If you do not, if you're a commercial business or a nonprofit, you can apply for the tax deferral. If you are turned down on that, and that part of that eligibility is you have to show that based on an expected decrease in revenue of at least 30% from March to June 2020 versus March to June 2019. So you look in, if your revenues are down 30% or more, COVID related or otherwise, you are eligible for the tax deferral. Now, landlords fill out an application. There's some other, it's based on significant income decline or that you've offered commensurate forbearance to your tenants. You've allowed them to not pay. There's rules you can see through the application process. Now, for the, and also if you pay property taxes as a homeowner, into a bank through an escrow account, those payments will continue to be made to the town, so you do not have to worry about that. That will continue as normal. Now, if you are not eligible for the tax deferral process, there's the low interest rate program, which caps the interest rate for 3% per annum for annually. Now, unless you're a landlord, if you did not qualify for the tax deferral process, you do not have to fill out the application for the low interest rate program unless you're a landlord, and then there is still an application process. Now, one thing to remind you though is make sure you look at the application closely, make sure you turn in any information it requires, and the key thing is all applications, if you have to fill one out, are due July 1st. That's a set date in stone, so please make sure you get those applications in plenty of time to make sure you can get whatever is coming to you to help you out through this time. And you can see that there. And then to get those forms or get more information, if you go to the town's website and go up to the news section, you can go to property tax relief and you'll see the forms there. But if you have any issues at all, you can email the town tax department or call this number you're seeing on the screen right now and they will walk you through it. But please check sooner rather than later to make sure you can get all your information in time.
Thank you, Mr. Burt. That was good information. And please know that you can go to the town website and get all that information if you'd like to reread it. So Groton Parks and Rec does a great job providing recreational opportunities for all ages. This year, summer camps will be run, but they're going to be modified slightly, and there will be limited space available in the camps. Camps will be starting on June 29th. And the Claude Chester and Mary Morrison camps will run Monday through Friday from 8 until 4. And Camp Button will run Monday through Friday from 11 till 3:30. Just want to note that this is going to be a service for parents who need to return to work. Therefore, there's a limited number of campers, and there's more information about this and what the department is requesting of the public as far as applying to attend the camps. Safety will be a big concern. You need to know that the department is taking great steps to ensure that the children and the staff will be protected. As you can see here, they'll be screening employees and campers, reinforcing good hygiene throughout the day, and limiting group size and interactions. Some additional information: there aren't going to be any field trips or large group activities, in a nod to the public health situation that we are in. There will be breakfast and lunch provided, and as usual, financial assistance for families that qualify. If you have questions, please go to grotonrec.com camps, and you can find your information there. It's good news for parents and for the little ones. They'll be able to get out and have some fun at camp. Okay, right now, I'm going to turn back to Mr. Burt, and he can give us a little bit of an update on town services and give us some updated statistics on the public health crisis.
Sure. First of all, on COVID-19 update, the last week I reported statistics from May 12th. This week's are from May 19th, so 1 week difference. But the stats are 2 days old, or 1 day old, sorry, from yesterday. Total number of cases positive so far in Connecticut is 38,430. That's up 314 since the last report. COVID-associated deaths in Connecticut, 3,472. That's up 23 since last week. Patients currently hospitalized, 914. That's down by 6 since last week. And COVID-19 tests reported, number of tests run, 185,520, which is up over 7,800 since last week. So making progress there. In terms of, the mayor had earlier mentioned that today is the partial reopening of businesses. For those retail businesses and restaurants looking to utilize outdoor space, you can get an application, which is easy to fill out on exploremoregroton.com or at the town's website, groton-ct.gov. You go under the planning, and that'll lead you to the forms. Very little required to get that going. The application will say for restaurants, but it is for retail as well as restaurants, so please keep that in mind. As we're all getting out and about a little more, I want to remind people to stay safe. If you see anything you feel needs to be reported on unsafe conditions, you can call the complaints to 211, dial 211. You can, and just so you understand, if a business is regulated by the health department, meaning things like restaurants, those complaints will ultimately be handled by the Legislate Health District. If it's other things like retail or otherwise, it will be handled by town police. So a little bit of difference there, but you can dial 211. In terms of town operations, we are looking to get as soon as possible a town hall and town hall annex opened up, but the critical factor is getting our plexiglass shielding in place. It's been ordered. It's a 10-day wait period. We're shooting for June 8th as the likely reopening of those buildings fully. There'll be plenty of signage reminding people of rules. We'll have 6-foot spacing marked out. So June 8th is the tentative date. However, if we get things installed before that, it could be a few days before that, but June 8th should be pretty close to the date. The library is going to begin curbside service on June 1st. That's the intent with that. And there'll be a staged reopening throughout the summer to make sure it's a safe reopening. Human services, beginning June 8th, they'll be available by appointments. Still not wide open at that point though, but you can make appointments to see staff there. Senior Center is going to continue as they have been, providing meals to go for seniors. They will eventually have a staged reopening once we can. Of course, the clientele is often a more vulnerable population. We want to make sure that's totally safe and that we open up wisely. So we're taking our time with that. And Escrow Point Beach will be, we've had a lot of calls, is Escrow Point Beach open this weekend? It is. We will be following all state guidelines, as well as limiting the number of parking spaces, ensuring proper physical distancing, and we will be patrolling that. So be safe, enjoy, but follow all the rules, please.
Thank you, Mr. Burt. Thank you for that thorough update. I just wanted you to know that the council is very much interested in knowing how you're doing out there. And if you have concerns, please feel free to reach out to any of the counselors, and the addresses will be up on the screen again as they were the last time. We want you to be safe. We want our businesses to thrive. So please continue to wear your masks. Please continue to social distance and follow the regulations when you go out to the businesses. Have respect for the employees working at those businesses. They're out there for you, so we can start to get back to somewhat normal things. So thank you again for listening, and take care of yourselves and be well. And thank you, Mr. Burt, and have a good weekend. It's Memorial Day. Be safe.